Hey YouTube, this is your girl Roxy coming before you today. I do not have a DIY today, but what I wanted to come to you today is to talk about broken, being broken. And this message here is for women. But first of all, I want to wish you all a happy new year. This is a new year here that we have made in, and I pray to God that we continue to make it through this year here. So what I want to talk about is women that are broken, and basically what have caused women to be broken. Now with this broken here, there's a lot of things we can be broken by. We can be broken by jobs, relationships, siblings, parents, just loved ones. But today I want to talk about being broken from relationships. How you've been broken in a relationship and how to restore yourself back. The only way that a person can be broken in a relationship is you giving them all of you. You take all of you and you pour it into them. Now, usually a man not going to take all of him and pour it into you. But we as women, we always take all of us and we pour it into them. So what will happen along the way, let's just say he started mistreating you, or he started to disrespect you, cheating on you, just tearing you down, belittling you, make you feel like you have low self-esteem. And then all of a sudden, now you all stressed out, or whatever you're facing and whatever that you're going through with that individual. And you find yourself so broken that you have lost self-respect for yourself. You have lost the love that you have for yourself. You have lost your integrity. You have truly just lost you being who God has called for you to be. Now, a lot of times there are men out there, their job is to tear down that woman, especially when she's a strong woman. When you're a strong woman, a very independent woman, and you come along and you meet somebody, he's going to tear you down. He's going to tear you down and he's going to break you. And it's up to you to find your strength. You have to know who you are. A lot of time we got to dig deep within ourselves. Look within ourselves. Find the true love of yourself. Find yourself back. Take hold of your power. Get your power back. We as women, we are a strong vessel. Okay, so women that are broken, they lose themselves. They lose themselves, and a lot of times it's hard for them to find themselves. And let's just say you broken in the relationship, you was in a relationship and now the relationship is over with. And now you want to go and get into another relationship. You're not going to be able to get in that relationship because now you are broken. And you're going to take your brokenness and you're going to take that into the next relationship. You're not going to know how to respect that man. You're not going to be able to trust that man. And you're going to start looking at that man as the other man that you had. So before you go and get into another relationship, take time out for you. Spend time with you. Love on you. Treat you. Tell yourself what you are. You are a beautiful queen. You're very highly and respected. You have a love for all people. You love yourself. And you know, oftentimes before you can even love anyone, you got to love self first. You come before anyone. And if you cannot love yourself first, you can't love no one else. So ladies, I just want to tell you, take time out for you. Do you. Take yourself out to dinner. Take yourself to a movie. Take yourself shopping. Go to the park. You know, do you. Don't worry about what's behind you. Do you. You know, whatever God has for us, it's for us. It is for us. If it's meant for you to be in this relationship, you know, if y'all broke up, if it's, you know, if it's meant for you all to be together, you know, you all will be together. A lot of time, our timing is not God's timing. And God, you know, want us to heal. There needs to be a healing to take place in us. And so what I'm telling you ladies today is take time for yourself. Know your worth. Know who you are. Don't allow no one to, you know, beat on you. And when I say beat on you, I'm talking about just beating you with words or beating you down with words. Now, that is just the mental part of it. Then there's a physical part of it also, of being beaten. And that's enough right there to break a woman. But if you're in a situation like that, then get out on both ends, mentally and physically. Get out of it. It's not healthy for you. It's not good for you. You should be able to love yourself enough. I know it's hard. Me, myself, as a woman, I've been in an abusive relationship. I have been in one. And yes, it is hard to walk away and to let go. But there's something deep down on the inside of you. Listen to your intuition. Listen to it. When she's telling you to go, you go. And you can't worry about, well, how I'm going to make it and how I'm going to do this and how I'm going to do that. Or, oh, I got my children. You can't worry about that. See, we as women, we kind of ignore our intuition. Your intuition is one-on-one with you. It leads you. It guides you. It drops nuggets in your spirit. Pay attention to it. Act on it. If it's something positive that your intuition is telling you and it's going to help you along the way, it's going to help you on your journey, go. Please do not stay in an abusive relationship. If that man is not loving you the way you deserve to be loved, don't stay in it. It's millions and trillions of men out here in this world that God will bless you with. Because this man did not do right, that don't mean that another man is not coming along for you. Don't stay in no abusive relationship. Love on you. Speak encouragement words into yourself. Find some words, you know, in the Bible that will comfort you, encourage you. Pray. These things will help you along the way. God will strengthen you as you go through. I myself, as a woman, I don't like to see my sisters going through. And I'm not sitting here to say I don't go through. Honey, I go through, have been going through, been through the whole yard, the whole works. But each time it's get better and better because now we know relationships are not perfect. We know relationships are not perfect. You're going to have your ups. You're going to have your down. And I'm not saying, hey, get out of that thing. Y'all having some issue. No, I'm not saying that. You don't have to walk away from that, because we're going to always have issues. But when you know someone is attacking you, abusing you, disrespecting you, let it go. Know your worth. You are a beautiful queen. That's the way God created you to be. Love yourself. Because when you don't love yourself, we as women will take anything. And if you hold on to something just to say, I got a man, you won't make it. The situation will get even worse, because he will look at you as being a weak woman. And that's where that weaker vessel come in at. You are not a weaker vessel. You are a strong woman. And don't let them see you cry. Don't let them see you cry. That's another sign of being weak. Dry up your tears. Put your protection on. Cover your heart and cover your mind. Hear, but don't hear. Don't allow slick talk to come in and soften and butter up your heart and you give in. Don't do that. You always want to see a sign. You want to see, have they changed? See, a lot of times a man will tell you, I changed. I'm not that same man anymore. Put him to the test. Put him to the test and you will see he have not changed. He's that same old person or same old man. That's just who he is. And until he get a deliverance, and until he learns to love himself, he will never love you. He will never respect you. Never. How can a man love you when he don't even love himself? And a lot of times you see it, that he don't love himself. You see the things that he doing to himself. You see it. He don't love himself. And he never will love you. Never. And the same thing with us. If we don't love ourselves, how can we love someone else? How can you love him if you don't love yourself? Love yourself first. And if you don't know how to love yourself, pray and ask God to show you, to teach you how to love yourself. There are so many women that I see on social media or just out and about, and they always say, oh, I'm just loving on me and I'm just loving myself. And you can see the brokenness in them. You can see it. But it is good that they saying they loving them. They love them. And they loving on themselves. Because they speaking something into existence. Even though they saying it, I can still see the brokenness that's in them. It's okay, because I tell myself that also. And still be hurt. You practice, tell yourself. Love on yourself. You're beautiful. You're gorgeous. You know, you made of pure gold. Tell yourself this. That you're first. You're not last. You're the beginning. You're not the end. You're above and you're not beneath. This is where God has placed you. Tell yourself that. And you don't need a man to tell you that you're beautiful. You should know that you're beautiful. You don't need a man to tell you that you're sexy. You should know that you're sexy. You don't need none of those things. You don't need to hear from a man. You already know this. When a man say, oh, you so beautiful, you so sexy, you just change your whole demeanor, your whole attitude, get to change. All because of something a man said to you. A man tell you that, honey, just say thank you and keep going. Because you already know. You know who you are. You know your worth. Know your worth. Know who you are. Don't allow these words to move you. Now, if you don't know who you are and a man come to you and say you so beautiful and you so sexy and it changed your demeanor, changed everything about you, and now you feel like this man wants you, blase, blase, he want one thing from you. One thing. He wants sex. That's what he wants, sex. And you give it to him, now he gone and he got this sob story to tell you what. Well, right now, I'm not looking for no relationship. You know, right now, I just need to just do me right now. But he wasn't talking all that when he was trying to sleep with you. Now that the man got what he wanted, now he got a whole nother story. Know the games that the men's play, ladies. And we won't worry about being broken. We won't have to worry about being hurt. We won't have to worry about being destroyed. We won't have to worry about our heart being shattered. We won't have to worry about being in broken pieces. We don't have to worry about that. Now that our heart is aching, we broken, we shattered, you know, now it's time for us to pull ourselves back together. Pull yourself back together. Things that happened to you yesterday, that was yesterday. Today is a new day. Remember, yesterday is your past. You can't change what happened yesterday. You can't reverse it. You can't do anything that happened on yesterday. It is your past. Today is a new day. And when today is gone, you have tomorrow. You can't go back and do what you did today. It's gone. You can't change anything at all. It's your past. You cannot even worry about it. So all your hurt, all your brokenness, it's your past. It happened to you in your past. Don't dwell on your past. If you keep dwelling on your past, how you going to make it to your future? Do not dwell on your past. Your past is gone. Your hurt is gone. Your shatter is gone. Your brokenness is gone. All of it is gone. Your job now is to keep pressing towards your future. To your future. Each day. I don't care if you get hurt today. Tomorrow, it was your past, honey. Move on. Let it go. Don't dwell on it. Do not dwell on it. We as women, we get hurt a lot. We go through a lot. And we are so ashamed and so embarrassed by telling other women that what we have went through. Let me help you on something. Never be ashamed, embarrassed about what you have went through in your relationship. Because what you have went through, it's going to help another woman. It's going to help someone else. That's what it's going to do. Never be ashamed about, you know, the way this man treated you and he cheated on you. He did that to you and you stayed in it and all this and that. Never be ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of anything that I went through in past relationships. I'm not. I take my story and I help other women with my story. It encourages them. It lifts them up. And that's our job, women. Don't laugh when you see one of your sisters going through. Encourage them. Build them up. Because the day that you laugh at them, God gonna laugh at yours. Yes. This is scripture. You're gonna be laughed at. It's not a funny matter. It is not. A couple weeks ago, a young lady killed herself. She committed suicide. 38 years old. I don't know. Nobody know why she did what she did. But if only somebody was there where she can talk to them. This is just how serious this thing is about women that are broken. If only someone was there where she could have talked to. Could have shared, you know, whatever she was going through. Somebody was there to lift her up, to encourage her, to pray with her. I'm quite sure she didn't have nobody she could talk to. We be so embarrassed and so ashamed. We won't go and seek help. Go get it. Don't be balled up in your bed, crying. You know, call somebody, talk to somebody. This is to help you. It's okay to cry. Don't get me wrong. It's okay to cry. But don't just lay there. Pick yourself up. If you got a girlfriend, talk to your girlfriend. You got the pastor wife, the sister at the church, co-worker, who you trust, talk to them. Please don't carry this hurt and this burden and this brokenness on your own. Please don't. And this just was on my heart, just to come to you and talk with you, because, you know, I have female friends that are going through some things, and they are hurt and they are broken. And here I am. I'm not broken, but I went through some things. I am not broken. I'm not at all not broken. I've been through that broken stage. I have. But my job is to help other women that are going through. I take my experience and I share it with them. And I share with them how God has brought me out. So ladies, I just want to encourage you. Love on you. Love on you. Love on you till you can't love yourself no more. Pick yourself up. Do your hair. You know, throw on your little makeup if that's what you want to do. Put on you some nice clothes. Hold your head up high. Hold your head up high. You broken, but you're not broken. Always remember, things that are broken, it can be put back together. It can be mended back together. Things that are broken can be put back together. But when you find something that's shattered in pieces, just pieces gone everywhere, you're not going to be able to put that back together. You're not. So before you become shattered, let's heal this brokenness. Let's heal your brokenness. If you have a comment, you want to leave a comment with me, that is okay. I will appreciate it. You know, I have no problem telling people, hey, what I went through. I do not have a problem with that. I thank God for things I go through. I do. Because I'm able to help somebody else. If I don't go through anything, how can I help somebody? And that goes for you too. If you don't go through nothing, how are you going to be able to help somebody? You can't tell me about something you never been through. I'm sorry. You cannot tell me. If you never went through it, how are you going to tell me? How are you going to help me when you don't even know how I feel? You don't even know what I'm going through because you didn't go through it. You did not. Now, if you went through debt, yeah, okay, you went through debt. Now you can tell me about debt. You know, or you had problems with your children. Now you can tell me about you got problems with your children. You can help me along the way. But if you've never been broken, you know, your life has been good in all your relationship, how you going to help somebody you can't help them? You can't. You cannot help them. But you always can show love towards them. You always can be a listening ear to them. Don't give them something that you do not know what you're talking about. Do not give them something. If you have not been through it, don't give it to them. Sometimes people just need that listen ear. People just need to vent. Let them vent. And you sit there and you hear them. And you pray with them. That's it. But I'm not going to prolong you. I love you guys. And I just wanted to come through and just talk to you about, you know, women's being broken. I hope I was able to help somebody. I hope. You know, a lot of times you may not reach but one person, but you know, everything is like a domino effect. One person got it, that one person go tell somebody, that person go tell somebody, and that person go tell somebody. So you know what? It's a domino effect. So if I reach one person, that one person, take it all the way to 1,000 people. I want to thank you all. I love you all. Like I said, this is a new year, 2022. And I'm believing and trusting God that there are some good things that's going to be happening in year 2022. You see all those ones in 2022? 111111. Yes, we are heading in the right direction, and God is going to bless us. God is truly going to bless us. And what you've been expecting God for, hey, let's continue to have faith and believe and trust God. Don't forget, ladies, know your worth. Know who you are. Take back your power. Take your power back. Where they thought you was weak, you are strong. Be blessed, and I love you. Have a wonderful day.